Let's look at how to create a 3D object using Adobe Illustrator. First, we will select the pencil tool, and in the properties, we'll make sure that the fill color is off and pick a stroke color for the object. Next, you need to visualize the object you want to create and draw 1/2 of the outside edge. For example, if I wanted to create a bowl, I would draw the outside edge of the bowl to the halfway point. From there, make sure the line is selected and go to Effect, 3D, Revolve. By default, the left edge is selected and then it spins the object around itself. I actually want the right edge, so I will change this to the right edge, and you can see now we've got a bowl. If you want to resize or reshape the bowl, you can. So go ahead and hit OK. You can take the direct selection tool and simply select as many points as you want to adjust and drag them and move them, and the bowl will resize and reshape. You can also change the color of the bowl by selecting it and going into the stroke and changing the color. If you want to change the orientation of the bowl, you can select it, go into the 3D revolve in the properties, and drag this cube around. It will give you a wireframe view and you can adjust the position. Beyond that, you've got different surfaces you can choose. You've got wireframe, no shading, diffuse, and plastic. You can also go into more options and you can adjust the light source or even add more than one light source. From there, you can actually map art to the bowl and it will follow the contour and the surface of the bowl. The objects that you can actually put onto the surface are the symbols, and currently there's only these 6. If you want more than that, you can actually create graphics and drag them into the symbols panel and give them a name, and they will then be accessible to put on your object. So let's go ahead and map something to this bowl. To do that, I'm going to select the bowl, go back into the 3D revolve, and choose Map Art. Now, depending on what you've created, you're going to have a different number of surfaces. You got to then decide which surface to place your mapped art onto. So as we go through here, you can see that's the rim of the bowl. That's more of the body of the bowl. And you have to decide where to place it. So it's probably either number 5 or number 3. Let's go ahead and try number 3. I will go to Symbol and let's choose Vector Grime. And as we move this around, you can actually see this is the inside of the bowl, which I don't want. So I'm going to clear this and I'm going to choose the 5th surface and try again. Once I've done that, you can see it's actually showing up and mapping to the contour of the bowl. After you've got it placed and sized how you want it, you can hit OK. And it is now placed onto your bowl. In addition to creating revolved objects, you can also extrude and bevel objects. For example, if I take the rectangle tool and choose a color for the fill and choose a color for the stroke, I can then draw an object. I can take that object and with it selected, go to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel, and you can see it's already starting to extrude. If we want to increase that, I can go to the extrude depth and make that larger. You also have your same options for light sources, mapping art, and changing the orientation. And that is how you create 3D objects in Adobe Illustrator.